One of the big breaking stories over the weekend was the speculation that this could be the final Magic round played in Brisbane. The reports suggest that the New South Wales government are going to target the round quite heavily. Obviously, the Queensland government have previously touted that it can bring up to $20 million into the Queensland economy through hotel, restaurant, and other entertainment bookings. From travelling visitors. Obviously, we know plenty of people travel from Sydney to attend Magic Round over the 3 day concept, where, of course, all 16 teams play at the same venue over the course of one weekend. There's a real question now for the NRL around what Magic Round becomes. Obviously, it has been held in Brisbane ever since the concept first began. And while Brisbane's been an excellent host, there's a train of thought that says potentially it is time to take it to other locations, potentially expansion locations. I think there is a real issue around taking it to places like Perth, Adelaide, etc., purely because there is no guarantee for those locations that 3 days worth of crowds would stay strong, whether the locals have enough appetite and whether enough people would travel to those locations is a real question. Uh, I think New Zealand is potentially in with a shout as well. Obviously, they've had major issues hosting football due to coronavirus and border restrictions, so New Zealand could certainly be an option. And of course, Sydney is going to come into the question purely on a financial level, but I don't believe that's the right option. Obviously, Sydney hosts the grand final. It has most of the clubs, and at times crowds in Sydney can really struggle. And I think the majority of visitors that travel for Magic Round come from Sydney. I'm unsure if visitors from Queensland would have the same level of travel towards Sydney. So I think potentially leave it in Brisbane for now. Maybe some other areas in Queensland and New Zealand should certainly come into the picture for next year or certainly in the coming years.